First, I have some breaking news that's just come in on the NRC issue, and we'd just like to bring that to our viewers as well. Well, the central government, from what we understand, has said in Supreme Court that they need more time to look at the draft NRC list. In the top court, the government has asked for an extension of the deadline, saying that there have been several wrongful inclusions in the NRC list, especially from districts bordering Bangladesh. The centre also tells Supreme Court that India can't be the refugee capital of the world. The centre has now sought an extended deadline beyond the 31st of July. The Supreme Court has allowed the Solicitor General time till Tuesday to study the reports filed by the Assam coordinator. Vinay, if I may just bring you in on this. So initially, and when I read the first line that said the centre has asked for more time, I thought it's because Assam is flooded and every single district of Assam is currently inundated, which means that if people need to present paperwork, it's likely that that's going to be a difficulty. If they've lost their homes, they might have also lost their paperwork. But that's not what it is. It says that there have been several wrongful inclusions, especially in districts bordering Bangladesh, which means that the centre doesn't believe that people have been wrongfully excluded. They believe people have been wrongfully included at this point.
Yes, and yeah, that's a little surprising, although I must say that this deadline was creating a little bit of a panic in that state. I mean, there are a lot of reports that are coming in that there is some sense of panic that was there in the states because people almost, I mean, you know, they obviously they think that after this coercive action will begin in terms of throwing them out. So that panic had set in.
In fact, Meenakshi is on the phone line right now. We were just waiting for her to get patched in. Meenakshi, what can you tell us from the arguments and the observations happening inside of court on this matter? Does the government feel that they need to trim the list even further? Is that the argument?
Well, yes, Faye, and the Government of India essentially beseeching upon the Supreme Court to extend the deadline beyond 31st of July, because our viewers will recall on earlier occasions, the Supreme Court has simply brushed aside all concerns about this process taking a little more time. The Chief Justice of India has been very insistent that this final NRC list be published by the 31st of July. And therefore, just today, the central government making this petition or rather this argument before the Supreme Court, and now telling the Supreme Court that it has information that there are others who have managed to find their place in Assam, NRC, and India cannot be the refugee capital of the world, to which the Honorable Chief Justice of India has also informed the solicitor, saying that it was the NRC coordinator himself, Pratik Hajela, whose report says that while disposing of claims, 80 lakh names have been re-verified. So there is no need for a sample re-verification. If the Supreme Court is satisfied that the verification has been done properly, then there would be no need for a re-verification as is being sought for the Government of India. That was one of the oral observations made by Honorable Chief Justice of India to the Solicitor General. But that apart, more time has been granted to the Solicitor to go through the nuances of this report, which have been submitted by the NRC coordinator himself. So for that reason, we have not had final orders, but clearly there is a bifurcation of views insofar as the Supreme Court and the central government and the government of Assam is concerned with regards to the publication date of the final NRC list.
All right, Meenakshi, many thanks for bringing us that story. Meenakshi bringing us the story on the NRC. Just to give you a recap of the breaking news that we have just brought to you from Supreme Court, the centre has submitted to the Supreme Court that the centre needs more time to draft the NRC list. Remember, the deadline was the 31st of July. In the Supreme Court, the government has asked for an extension of the deadline, saying that there have been several wrongful inclusions in the NRC list, especially from districts bordering Bangladesh. The centre also tells the Supreme Court that India cannot be the refugee capital of the world and has now sought to extend the deadline beyond the 31st of July. The court has allowed the Solicitor General time till Tuesday to study the reports filed by the Assam coordinator. That's news that's just coming in.